been some of the best performances so far, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where, like,
Nick Merckx, Tfue all putting up a good show.
Tfue, Nick Merckx, already, Tempo, already with points on the board. Sitting in great positions to qualify for tomorrow. Again, I have to stress it, folks. We've had qualifiers all this week. It's to earn positions for tomorrow's $1.5 million grand final. It's a holiday. Tune on in. Tell everyone to be there. If you're live in the venue, you will want to be here to secure a spot here early on tomorrow. Do not miss this live in person. This crowd's going to get nuts.
Tfue doing something you said even before. This is a pretty common tactic. He's very good at waiting, pacing his timing. He's going to try and drop in the structure that his opponent was using to push in, but it wasn't enough. Multiple layers on that from these top tier builders, so they can. He still even got in Tfue, who's under his opponent's underneath him now. And he's got to wait. The rock's coming in. A time bounce pad to fly away, try and get out, and this is what we were seeing earlier. Crispy's down at the bottom of that catacomb of structure. Kriz getting the elimination in the feed there. Nikiski, I believe is the name.
This is Tfue and Tempo.
Right on top of each other, literally a box away.
Not this, though. Not here when it's all solos. Tfue using the bounce pad, trying to soar forward. Thankfully for him, none of those drum gun bullets connect. He's made it to the closest spot to this next zone. Sign of a great player, making sure positioning for the next move. Now getting sprayed again. I just realized, look at his materials. I mean, this is bad. 10
builds left. I believe that's why you saw he built up that layer in front of him, but didn't cap the top off. Plus, he started to get shot from above. He kind of waited. He knew he had to time the builds correctly, because if he had spent all his material earlier, that means that his opponent shooting from above could have potentially busted through and taken shots on him, maybe even eliminated him. You see there, he actually flew early. He made it into the zone, Tfue, but this is where things get crazy. Courage. Everybody's moving at the same time. 4 eliminations for Kriz here. 1 more gets him a second point, plus there's 16 left. 6 more players go down. That's another point for anybody left remaining.
Kriz has all these shields. Going to get back up to 100 shields. Still 16 players left. Expect a few to begin to drop here. Fade takes down Jayamak. You see Cryo lost to the storm. Another engagement going down as Crispy's trying to sneak on in. 14 players left. Crispy still has no builds. Tfue eliminates Base Soldier, which will maybe give him materials to hold on to. As Triz, yes, he gets 500 wood. That's a game-changing elim for Tfue. Remember, folks, in game 1, Tfue died to Chap when he was 1 elim and 1 position away from earning 2 points. Here, he's earned 1 point this game and another elim plus 2 more elims in the total game. Top 10 would get him another.
And we were watching Crispy a second ago, was sitting on 7 and 7 for his wood and brick, and you saw he made his way in underneath. He's in the bottom, and he hid next to a tree, but opted not to knock it down because the tree, the setup inside that little catacomb, the builds that were around it, he's totally covered. He can hide in the bottom of the tree, and players that are sneaking by, he might get the drop on him. He might have an opportunity for another elimination, rather than knocking the tree down and coming out with maybe 30 wood. There's 3 builds that it would get knocked down so fast it might not matter.
Tempo in a fight with Bumboy. There's another elim for him. Tfue just trying to position himself. Already in that next zone. Made it to 11th. This is where he died last time. Not the case here. Tempo gets another.
Everybody that's left alive right now does get +1 point. They're all top 10. Kriz coming away with a double in the shotgun. Eliminations of the feed. Crispy then follows up and takes Kriz out with an SMG. And Tfue trying to establish himself up top, somewhere safe. He's 6 remaining, 4 eliminations. He needs 1 more for another point.
He wants those, Matt. He wants that loot so bad.
He better. He's got 15 builds left total. And he's going to start to use them to try and get up top, opting out of going after those. But the Rockets coming in saying, nope, you got to go back down. Now's the time to try and make a positional decision. He's got to go down. That's exactly what he's going to do. He doesn't want to take too much fall damage. He's going to push in the zone. He's in the bottom fighting now. Tfue gets another one. That's 5 elims. Makes it to top 2 left.
All the loot's falling to Tfue. He's trying to drop on down. Can he drop his opponent in time? Tfue spraying out the build. Here he goes.
Are you kidding me?
Tfue with the win and the pop-off celebration. Dramatics in the final moments there. Tfue, a heartbreaking game 1, gave him the fuel to turn up there in game 2.
He's dropping. You see TT Rain trying to get the shot off on the way in. an incredibly long drop, 2 eliminations for him. He did make it to second. That's 2 points still, which is, I mean, that potentially puts him in placement for Monday.
Yeah.
Right. But Tfue, what a game.
He's feeling very good after that. You love to see the emotions there, the pop off. He doesn't have a window to jump out of like he normally does.
I almost expected him to try and find one.
Right. It's either way, you look at it right there, and we talk so much about materials. Doesn't panic, and it's on down. Players begin to fall because we talk so much about how awkward it is going up mountains there.
Oh, yeah.
They had to go down mountains, and once people started to get shot down, there was loot raining from the sky. It was like a never-ending llama.
Now, I think a player like Tfue, he spends a lot of time in playground mode. It's a great way to build it. You just drop in, smack some llamas, get a ton of materials, and he practices his builds. He practices his edits and the speed at which he can do them. It definitely shows in a situation like that. He had no materials left. As I was saying, he was building up, and as soon as that rocket happened, as soon as it came out, he saw his structure was going to go down. It was time to edit his way down, because if fall damage happened, no matter how much HP you have, 100 is not going to stop you from a drop like that. So editing down, it saved him. He was able to fly down, slide down the hill, get an engagement at the bottom, and you saw so many players were eliminated like that in an instant, and it left them a 1v1 at the bottom.
It all dropped quick. It was all Tfue at the end, but there were many players making some highlights. Not more of a frustrating end. 11th with 2 limbs. If he beats Chap in that one-on-one, he winds up getting 2 points and basically sends himself to Monday right away. Instead of getting frustrated, getting down on himself, he moves into game 2, plays this final scenario absolutely flawlessly. He drops on down, engages the player down low, picks up the materials, turns around, and then shoots down the final player. So well done.
Now, players like Tfue, they know how to work their loadout at like an optimal rate of fire. You saw multiple times taking a pump action shotgun shot and swapping, unloading with that compact SMG, and just when the shotgun's ready, flips back, hits the shot again. That last shot in the second to last elimination, 76 damage. He just knows the timings. He knows the timing so well that he could put out as much damage as possible and secure those eliminations, even exposed like that in the open. He had no materials left. He had to engage, and he went for it.
Tfue, one of the biggest names in Fortnite. I believe we'll have an interview with him. Actually, it's ready now. Zeke has Tfue down on the floor after that impressive Game 2 victory.
Guys, awesome cast. You guys are amazing as always. I am joined here by the legend himself, Tfue. How are you feeling, my friend?
I'm pumped, man. That was like a perfect game, in my opinion, and I'm so excited because like the first game, I ended up getting taken out by Chap with 2 kills, 11th place. So it was unfortunate that I went all the way through the first game and ended up getting 0 points, but I clutched up. That last game, 6 kills, got the victory royale. I'm pretty pumped. Excited to play again.
Now, what was prep like leading up to PAX?
Preparation. I was prepping like a small space to play. Like maybe tighten my setup a little bit, keyboard and mouse. I ordered the Logitech keyboard and mouse to practice because I knew they were going to use them. But other than that, just a lot of solo snipes every day, grinding. Off stream. It's good. It's fun. I'm excited, man.
So what is it like, you obviously played all Summer Skirmish long, and then you show up here, and like you talked about, you had the first unfortunate game, and then in game 2, you show up and slay out. What was going through your mind, and when did you know that you had that win?
I knew I had that win when I cleared out the entire bottom level, and all I could see was just dudes way up in the sky with like maybe 1 or 2 platforms securing them from just falling all the way down. And once I saw them, I was like, it's free. It's free. All I can do is shoot them down, and I'm good as long as they don't got bouncers. But I was confident, even if they did have bouncers, I'd take them out. But pumped though.
Now, what are you gonna say to the millions that love you and the crowd that's live here at PAX? What do you want to tell them?
I love you guys, and I miss you guys for sure.
There you go. You heard it from the legends. Thank you so much.